My dear students, welcome back to our channel. In this video, I will be explaining the B.Ed second semester subject Sociological Foundations of Education as prescribed by Osmania University and other universities of Telangana. We will go through the important questions and answers one by one. Let's begin with a quick revision. Unit 1 first important short question is: define socialization. Socialization is the process of learning how to live in society, its rules, values, customs, and ways of behaving. We are not born knowing how to talk, respect elders, or follow traditions. We learn these from people around us like parents, teachers, friends, and the community. It starts from birth and continues throughout life. At home, primary socialization, family teaches basic habits like speaking, eating manners, and showing respect. Later, in school and society, secondary socialization, we learn discipline, teamwork, and cultural practices. Example: in India, children learn to greet elders by saying Namaste or touching feet not naturally, but by observing and copying elders. Socialization shapes our personality, thinking, and skills so we can live peacefully and work with others. In simple words, it is like installing the life software of culture and behavior into a person's mind, making them ready to be a part of society. Next important short question is: 2. What is educational sociology? Educational sociology is the study of how education and society affect each other. It explains how schools, teachers, students, and the community work together to shape learning and social life. In simple words, it looks at education not just as book learning but as a social process that prepares people to live in society. It studies how culture, family, peer groups, and social values influence education and how education can change society. Example: in India, education teaches respect for elders, unity in diversity, and national festivals like Independence Day, showing how it passes cultural values. At the same time, modern education promotes gender equality and scientific thinking, bringing social change. Educational sociology helps teachers understand students' backgrounds so they can teach in a way that connects with their lives. In short, it is like a bridge that connects classroom learning with real-life society, making education more meaningful and effective. Next important short question is: 3. Explain the concept of social norms. Social norms are the accepted rules and expected ways of behaving in a society. They guide people on what is considered right or wrong, polite or rude, in daily life. We are not born knowing these rules, we learn them from family, school, friends, and society. Social norms help maintain order and harmony because everyone knows how to act in different situations. Example: in India, it is normal to remove shoes before entering a temple or someone's home. This is not a written law but a social norm based on respect and cleanliness. Similarly, standing in a queue at a shop or bus stop is a norm for fairness. Social norms can be different in different cultures, but their purpose is the same: to make social life smooth. In short, they are like unwritten traffic rules of society that tell us how to behave so everyone can live together peacefully. Next important short question is: 4. What do you mean by modernization in education? Modernization in education means improving and updating the education system to match the needs of today's world. It focuses on using new ideas, technologies, and methods to make learning more effective, practical, and relevant. In simple words, it is about moving from old, traditional ways of teaching to modern approaches that prepare students for current and future challenges. This includes smart classrooms, digital learning, skill-based courses, and student-centered teaching methods. Example: earlier, teachers mostly used blackboards and lectures. Now, many schools in India use projectors, online classes, and interactive apps to make lessons interesting. Students also learn skills like coding, communication, and critical thinking, not just rote memorization. Modernization in education helps students compete globally, adapt to changing careers, and become creative problem solvers. In short, it is like upgrading the education software so that students are ready for a fast-changing and modern society. Next important short question is: 5. List the main agents of socialization. The main agents of socialization are the people and institutions that help us learn how to live in society. They shape our behavior, values, and skills from childhood to adulthood. 1. Family, the first and most important agent. It teaches language, manners, and moral values. Example: parents teaching children to say thank you and sorry. 2. School gives formal education, discipline, and teamwork skills. Example: learning history, science, and participating in group projects. 3. Peer group, friends of the same age who influence hobbies, style, and attitudes. Example: playing cricket with friends teaches teamwork. 4. Media, TV, internet, and newspapers spread information and ideas. Example: watching educational programs or news. 5. Community, neighbors, religious groups, and local events that shape social habits. Example: celebrating Diwali or Eid in the neighborhood. In short, these agents act like life teachers, helping us learn the culture, rules, and skills needed to live in society. Next, Unit 1. Long questions. First important long question is: explain the relationship between education and society with examples. Relationship between education and society. Education and society are closely connected, like two wheels of a bicycle, both need each other to move forward. Education is the process of gaining knowledge, skills, values, and attitudes. Society is a group of people living together with shared culture, traditions, and rules. 1. Education reflects society. The type of education a society gives depends on its culture, traditions, and needs. Example: in India, moral education, respect for elders, and cultural festivals are taught in schools because they are part of Indian society. 2. Education shapes society. Education prepares people to contribute to society's growth by teaching skills, innovation, and responsible citizenship. Example: engineers, doctors, and teachers trained in schools and colleges help in national development. 3. Education brings social change. Education can challenge old traditions and introduce new ideas like gender equality, democracy, and environmental care. Example: campaigns for girls' education in rural areas have changed people's thinking about women's roles. 4. Society supports education. Society provides resources like schools, teachers, technology, and laws to ensure education for all. Example: the Indian government's Right to Education Act ensures free education for children aged 6 to 14 years. 5. Education transmits culture. Through education, cultural values, language, and history are passed to the next generation. Example: learning about Independence Day, folk dances, and regional languages in school preserves culture. Real-life example: A student in India learns about Mahatma Gandhi's principles in school, education transmitting culture. Uses them to promote peace in the community, education shaping society, and also learns new technology skills to help local farmers, education bringing change. In short, education and society are interdependent. Education takes content from society, improves it, and sends it back in the form of skilled, responsible citizens. Without education, society cannot progress, and without society, education has no direction. Together, they create a balanced and developed community. Next important long question is: 2. Discuss the meaning and functions of educational sociology. Meaning of educational sociology. Educational sociology is the study of how education and society influence each other. It looks at education not just as classroom learning but as a social process that prepares people to live in society. It studies how culture, family, peer groups, economy, and social values affect education and how education can change society. In simple words, it is like a bridge between education and society, helping us understand how both work together for progress. Example: in India, schools teach unity in diversity, respect for elders, and environmental awareness. These lessons come from social needs. At the same time, education spreads new ideas like gender equality, which improves society. Functions of educational sociology. 1. Understanding society's needs. Helps design education to match the social, cultural, and economic needs of the community. Example: teaching digital skills to match today's technology-driven society. 2. Transmission of culture. Passes on traditions, languages, and customs to the next generation. Example: schools celebrating Diwali, Eid, or Pongal. 3. Social control. Encourages discipline, respect for rules, and moral values. Example: school rules and moral science lessons. 4. Social change and progress. Promotes equality, scientific thinking, and modern ideas. Example: campaigns for girls' education improving women's status. 5. Solving social problems. Helps address issues like illiteracy, poverty, and discrimination through awareness programs. Example: midday meal scheme to improve attendance in rural schools. In short, educational sociology studies the two-way relationship between education and society. It ensures that education meets the needs of people while also helping society grow and improve. Without understanding this connection, education might fail to prepare students for real-life challenges. Next important long question is: 3. Analyze the role of family, school, and peer groups as agents of socialization. Role of family, school, and peer groups as agents of socialization. Socialization means learning how to live in society, its rules, values, and ways of behaving. Family, school, and peer groups are 3 important agents that shape a person's personality and social skills. 1. Family, the first teacher. The family is the primary agent of socialization. It teaches language, manners, traditions, and moral values from birth. Example: in India, parents teach children to say namaste to elders and share food with guests. Through love, care, and discipline, the family builds the foundation of personality and emotional security. 2. School, the formal educator. School provides structured learning and prepares students for social life beyond home. It teaches knowledge, discipline, teamwork, and problem-solving. Example: group projects teach cooperation, while school assemblies promote unity and respect for national symbols. Schools also transmit culture through celebrations, moral education, and extracurricular activities. 3. Peer groups, friends and equals. Peer groups are friends of the same age who influence hobbies, fashion, attitudes, and behavior. They help develop social skills, independence, and identity. Example, playing cricket with friends teaches teamwork and healthy competition. Discussing homework or sharing ideas improves communication skills. Real-life example. A student learns respect and basic manners from family, gains academic knowledge and discipline from school, and develops hobbies and social confidence with friends. Together, these agents prepare them to live and work in society. In short, family gives emotional and cultural foundation. School builds knowledge and discipline. Peer groups shape social skills and identity. These three agents work like a triangle of learning, where each side is necessary for a balanced and successful life in society. Next important long question is: 4. Describe the impact of culture on education. Impact of culture on education. Culture is the way of life of a society, including its values, traditions, language, art, and customs. Education is the process of passing this culture and knowledge to the next generation. Culture and education are deeply connected because what we teach and how we teach are influenced by the society we live in. 1. Decides the content of education. The subjects, stories, and values taught in schools reflect the culture of society. Example, in India, textbooks include lessons on festivals like Diwali and historical figures like Mahatma Gandhi to preserve cultural heritage. 2. Shapes teaching methods. Cultural beliefs influence how teachers interact with students and what behavior is encouraged. Example, in traditional Indian culture, teachers are respected like parents, Guru Devo Bhava, which shapes a respectful classroom environment. 3. Promotes cultural values. Education passes on moral values, traditions, and social norms to students. Example, morning prayers, national anthem, and celebration of cultural days in schools promote unity and respect for traditions. 4. Adapts to cultural changes. When culture changes, education also updates to match new needs. Example, modern Indian schools now teach coding, digital literacy, and gender equality, reflecting society's shift towards technology and equality. 5. Influences career choices. Cultural attitudes often shape what careers students aim for. Example, in many Indian families, medicine, engineering, and teaching are considered respectable professions, influencing students' career plans. Real-life example. A student in India may learn yoga in physical education, traditional culture, and also learn robotics in science class, modern culture. This mix shows how education reflects both heritage and progress. In short, culture acts as both the content and guide for education. It decides what is taught, how it's taught, and why it's taught. Education, in turn, preserves culture while also helping it adapt to new times, ensuring that society remains connected to its roots while moving forward. Next important long question is: 5. Explain the role of education in modernization and social change. Role of education in modernization and social change. Education is not just about reading books and passing exams, it is a powerful tool that shapes society. It plays a key role in modernization, adopting new ideas, technology, and lifestyles, and social change, improving customs, values, and social structures. 1. Education and modernization. Modernization means moving from traditional ways to modern methods that improve life. Education teaches people scientific thinking, technology skills, and problem solving, which are needed in today's world. Example, learning computer skills in school helps students work in IT companies, contributing to a modern economy. 2. Education and social change. Social change means making society better by removing harmful practices and promoting equality. Education changes people's mindset, making them question unfair traditions and adopt progressive ideas. Example, education has helped reduce child marriage in India by making people aware of its negative effects. 3. Promotes equality. Education gives equal opportunities to people from different castes, religions, and genders. This helps reduce discrimination and promotes unity. Example, reservation policies in Indian education help disadvantaged communities get access to higher studies. 4. Improves economy. An educated population can adapt to modern industries, increase productivity, and create new jobs. Example, countries like Japan developed rapidly after investing in education and technology training. 5. Encourages scientific thinking. Modern education promotes logic and evidence-based decisions instead of superstitions. Example, health education in schools teaches students to follow hygiene and vaccination instead of relying only on traditional remedies. Real-life example. In rural India, when girls are given access to education, they not only learn modern skills like computer usage but also influence their families to adopt better farming methods, healthcare, and hygiene, leading to overall social improvement. In short, education is the engine that drives modernization and the bridge that connects tradition to progress. It equips people with skills for modern life, changes outdated beliefs, and helps society move towards equality, prosperity, and innovation. Without education, modernization and social change cannot be achieved effectively.